Hey everybody, welcome back to This Is the Police. On the last episode, we had a bit more of the story behind, Jack and Sally, like we're going to have a meeting between the two eventually. Also, we got a letter of Robespierre, I believe. We've seen in the newspaper a few times some sort of like, almost like a vigilante type thing, I guess. Although, I don't know. Maybe freedom fighter type thing would be more appropriate. I guess he's a bit more of an enigma. Like, he does like these weird things like, put like a lion in a cage in the, Freeburg PD. And you just wonder how he got there. He does that type of thing. I don't really know what to call him. And then also, if you remember right, we have to now like rehire the entirety of a squad of soldiers because we lost, I say soldiers, police officers, because we lost, I think, 5 units. But we'll see. Anyway, Goldenberg, biannual report. More deaths than births in Freeburg. Freeburg Tribune. Debbie's Cafe charged with health and safety violations. And Red Cat rescues girl from rapist. Is the Red Cat a superhero? Please tell me they're a superhero. Because if you're asking me to, work with a vigilante, I will do. By the way, we also have to make some pretty big buck coming up because, we're 30 days into this game. And I don't think we've made 100k yet. Anyway, Shift B, the strongest shift, because obviously we've had all our deaths in Shift A. That's how that worked out. So I'm not too worried about this shift, but the next one does scare me. I think we've listened to this multiple times, but let's go with it. It's obviously dramatic enough for me. Right, immediately, let's get to the affairs thing and the police station. Labour market, we need to hire 5 more officers, all for A. Tom Roy, welcome to Shift A. Poots McGillicuddy, into A. Tyler Robbins, you're an A-lister. Nellie O'Sullivan, A-lister, and Tim MacDonald, also an A-lister. I know these professionalisms are only 100, but I'd rather just get police officers to fill the slots than not have the slot. We can always, frame someone's death anyway if you have to. Right, what do I want here? Job slot officer, job slot detective, or a raise? I'm going to ask for a raise. We have to make money, and I've honestly been a bit of a goody two-shoes. That being said, I have helped Christopher Sand a lot, but, I've not sold, all these guns back into the system. I did sell a few drugs back into the system, but that's it. Right, a fight at Desire Park. Retiree Manny Versh called in a report of a fight between a little girl's father and a dog lover whose Rottweiler had frightened the child. While the man were busy settling matters, the dog was spotted running towards an amusement park. Well, dangerous animals, especially if they've been trained to be dangerous, you have to deal with it as such. They are a wild animal, they're not being treated as a pet. Hopefully, though, we can calm this dog down and, treat everything fine. If it's a fight between, a father and a dog lover, so it's a person, the Rottweiler's just going to go ballistic because they're like, I need to protect my owner. So I'm hoping this isn't resulting in a situation where we destroy the dog. Right, I'm going to send Kochi and Chang. Please don't ask me to send reinforcements for this. Unless, the Rottweiler is 9 foot and has 3 heads, i.e. is Cerberus. Then I'll send reinforcements. I'll send the paddy wagon. You love to see that. Okay. Unlawful assembly. It seems City Hall is unhappy target of spontaneous demonstration. Some 20 people have gathered in protest against the increased garbage tax. The protesters are behaving peacefully, but are demanding to speak with city officials. I don't think we need to send the paddy wagon here. I think Florida can help talk them out of this. And then we'll send some muscle, some silver tongues, not as much as what was the name from the other shift who's died? I just call people by nicknames, I forget their actual names, but the silver tongue from the other shift. I like to think that Austin, talked to her in the police station, at lunches and stuff, and learned a few things or two from her. And then we'll send Gist. Right, Kochi and Chang back. We have 95% Purdy as well here. And it's a robbery at the city centre. Tiffany Lee, while visiting the local mall, encountered a hooded man who grabbed her expensive bag and bolted. She immediately called the police. "Isn't the mall safe anymore? That man must be in the building. Please hurry." Okay, we're going to send 95% Purdy. I'm going to send Robert and Chang. Robert, why are you tired, by the way? Whatever. Oh, the unlawful assembly, is it over? Well, we caught the offenders, but again, hopefully we did this peacefully. Yeah, we didn't have to put them all into the paddy wagon and bring them back to the station. It's just like, yeah, we know you're angry, but can you please, like, you know, just be peaceful? The offender attempted to escape the mall, but the guards blocked the door. He turned and fled back inside, looking for another way out. Either run after him, order the man to halt, or somebody stop that thief. I'm going to just chase after him. The offender ran into a skating rink and then slipped and fell on the ice. As he struggled to regain his footing, he pulled a knife from his pocket. Tried to seize the knife, used pepper spray. Pepper spray him. You don't have to shoot him. If you shoot him, you're running the risk of, you know, either missing or the bullet passing through him and hitting a civilian. If you pepper spray him, if you, like, catch a civilian with a bit of pepper spray, fine, you might get a minor lawsuit against it, but I'm sure they prefer it than getting shot. Also, it sounds like one of my worst nightmares being pepper sprayed on ice as well. That's just going to be a lot of flailing. I can't do this right now, so I'm just going to wait a second. There we go. Counterfeiting at Desire Park. Second thing there today. A woman puts up a tent in the park and is inviting everybody to come buy a new highly profitable currency, which will raise 10 times the value over coming weeks. Oh no. It's cryptocurrency, isn't it? Is it Dogecoin? Is it an NFT? Anyway, a long line has already formed and people are starting to push and curse each other. Florida, Kochi, gist. Give them the gist of it, you know. I'll just keep using that pun. Timpson and Shaw. Go and help. A bit risky to send all my, like, you know, stripes out, but Austin has been another person who could get a stripe soon. So I was happy enough to leave her behind. Also, where is my music? Yeah, give me late hour, because it is the late hour. Right. Oh, it needs more reinforcements for the counterfeiting. Okay, you know what? I'll send everyone. Then everyone gets back at the same time. We might miss a case here, but it's also pretty close. Like, who would want to be in a park right now? Like, the weather is foul. Right, the counterfeiting. Is this plus 10 everyone? Yeah. Oh, plus 5 some others. Oh, we found some money. Money? Mafia, can you sell this, please? I really need to make some cash. Right, everyone's coming back, and then hopefully we'll be able to deal with the theft. Crime never sleeps. Famous saying. Bus stop at Frank Conroy's. Frank Conroy's. I thought it was a restaurant, but it's just a bus stop at a park. Frank Conroy's wallet was stolen from the bus stop. He quickly noticed the loss and is hunting for the pickpocket with his friends. The group is blaming everyone in sight, and the situation is quickly escalating. The matter may soon come to blows. Florida, look at this guy. He's going to stare into their soul. He's going to force choke their soul and calm them down. Send Austin as well, and you know what, Robert, get out there. You need an early night, Robert, so let's try and get you out, you know, at 5 PM. Disorderly conduct at St. John's Hospital. A man came to the hospital with a very large dog. The dog was on a leash and wearing its muzzle, but it was growling and jumping on other patients. The duty nurse warned the man that it was against hospital policy to bring animals into the building, but the man just snarled at her and refused to listen. Who's the animal here, the man or the dog? Answer, they both are. Go, Purdy. If there's only one officer I can send to, like, you know, tie up the case, it's Purdy. the Corn Monument. Mass riot. Oh my god, you can send everyone. Approximately 100 people have gathered in the park to protest the construction of a new casino near the cemetery. Soon after, a group of pickup trucks pulled up and several strong men climbed out. Without saying a word, they began to fight with demonstrators. In my city. Kochi, Timson, Shaw, Chang, Rocha, and Gist. And we'll send the SWAT and the paddy wagon. I am floating 4 slots here, but hopefully, if it asks for reinforcements, I'll be able to send these other guys. Right, they're coming back from the theft. We dealt with it. When it says offender caught there, I don't know if we caught the people that were, trying to, vigilante justice the thief, or we actually caught the thief. Purdy dealt with, the dog at the hospital. Right, hurry up and get back. Are they getting back in time if they ask for reinforcements? Oh, they're not, I think. The fight is in full swing with some of the combatants carrying weapons. Surround the park and order everyone to calm down. Shoot in the air in an effort to pacify the crowd, or enter the fight and attempt to tame hooligans. No, we surround them. Like, we slowly, ring in and, I think this is called, kettling or something, isn't it? Which is pretty horrible because you just basically surround people and just, whacking them with sticks. But we can't just get into the brawl because that's more chaos. We have to reduce the entropy of the situation. And that's going to take effort. So, you're going to surround them and tell people to calm down. Look at that. The psychology from the police chief here. Plus the SWAT team. If I was in the middle of a mass fight, however I'd get into that situation, I don't know. If I saw SWAT around me in a paddy wagon, I'd immediately just drop whatever I was doing. Right, an assault at Live Good Mini Market, the parking lot specifically. A young DJ, upon exiting the store, ran into a strange-looking man wearing a black and red robe. You know what it is. It's someone that's got far too much into Harry Potter. He's, not Hufflepuff. What's the main one? Gryffindor, that's it. Then again, I think they wear red and gold. Yeah, I think they do. I don't really remember. Harry Potter series, okay. Films, not so okay. I didn't really rate the films, but the first few books were okay. But anyway, so he's ran into someone that's going to a Harry Potter convention. The man knocked his energy drink from the DJ's hand, then told him the merits of drinking human blood. Oh, he's meant to be a vampire then. I didn't get that. His demeanour became threatening, and he demanded money for protection from the forces of darkness. A fight between the two men erupted, during which the DJ suffered several bites. The attacker then began to accost other passers-by, including a frightened group of teenagers, and then sunk his teeth into the shoulder of an elderly woman. It's worse. I thought it was, a Harry Potter lover. It's actually a Twilight lover. Florida, kick their ass. And also take Austin with you. Robert. You can clock off for the night if you want to. And that might be it for tonight. Just accosting the count might be the last thing. Oh, there's a joke here. Oh, I don't want to do this. No new frames in this investigation, which makes me worried that, we're meant to be able to solve it. Okay, we caught him. It's like, I hope you count the amount of days you're in prison. Florida really likes CSI Miami. He likes Horatio Cane's silly one-liner things that just don't make any sense. It's like, this time the crime didn't pay. Wow! Yeah! It's like, Horatio, that didn't make any fucking sense. It's like, what are you talking about? It's like, this case is on sand because, you died in a bunker or something. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? That's not a saying. You've just made something up. Anyway, Shift B, pretty tired, honestly. Some of them probably need a bit of a rest. Shift A doesn't have that issue, except with O'Sullivan, strangely. You know what? I just hired you, O'Sullivan. You shouldn't be so tired. Anyway, we'll end the day.
According to Mrs. Markham, I was supposed to spend all day thinking up the right words. But to my surprise, I did my best work when I shut my head off. I didn't even want to think why Laura decided we'd meet at 3 o'clock in the morning, and in a restaurant we'd never gone to. I didn't know what to tell her, and something tells me she's no more ready for this meeting than I am. By nightfall, I finally stopped worrying. The right words would come when they were needed. And if they don't come at all, then so be it.
Less than ideal.
I've heard said when you're knocked out by a single blow, you don't have time to feel any pain. Well, that's a lie. It's painful as hell. Every day I spent in that coma, the pain was unbearable.
Okay. Well, this has taken an unexpected turn. I was just thinking it'd be really cool if, you know, that Sally's new partner is like Robespierre or something. I say new partner, like the fling. But didn't expect to get beat around the head with a metal pipe. So, Wild Corruptionist. Game A. Hello, cowboy. I lost. Score 0. I bet there's an achievement tied to that. Has Mr. Sand sent me some fruit or something? Day 56?
Yeah, I heard about that already. But what if they decide to spill it to the papers? We need to start thinking now about covering our asses. I know people who can deal with this, but they'll need at least a week. Plus, if we want to...
Lieutenant Stat, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I have Jack Boyd on the line.
Who?
Jack Boyd, sir. He's calling from the hospital.
Gibson, I'll call you back. Don't do anything without my team. Jack, well, wow. I didn't know you were awake. Doctor said you could be in that coma for months, even years. How are you feeling?
Tell me who's in control, Martin.
I don't think I follow you.
For God's sake, Martin, tell me it's you running the department and not some stooge from the mayor's office.
Yes, Jack. I am performing the duties of the police chief, but the new man's coming on Saturday, Kevin Paulson.
Kevin Paulson?
Yes, it's the guy from the...
I know who Kevin Paulson is. Now listen carefully, Martin. I'm coming back to work. I'm Freeburg's police chief, and it's gonna stay that way for another 4 months. Now you get on the phone and do whatever needs to be done. You run into any problems, threaten them with the media, court, or blackmail. But I don't think they'll give you any trouble. The mayor knows it's easier to just wait until the winter than deal with a scandal. Oh, and assemble a press conference.
Listen, Jack, I know the truth is on your side, but you have to take into account...
Martin, how long since you transferred to my department?
Coming up on 5 years now.
How many times in the last 5 years have you come to my birthday party? How many times have you come to the farm when I had the boys over?
Never had the pleasure, but...
Never. Because you couldn't care less. And I don't care for you either, Stat. It wasn't me who appointed you deputy, and you wouldn't have been my first choice. But if you do ever come over to my house, you won't miss the big hole in my backyard. Garbage pit. You know, for old rubbish. A smelly hole filled with rotten furniture and other crap. So, Stat, if I even for a moment doubt your devotion, you'll go straight into that pile of trash. Maybe you'll get to catch up with some old friends. You remember Kendrick, don't you?
I'll schedule the press conference for tomorrow, all right, Jack?
The day after tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm going shopping.
Wow. I pulled no punches there. Now you have a new car. We hope it will help you fulfill all your secret dreams. Now you have new clothes. We hope they'll make you feel younger. Now you have a new hairstyle. We expect that this luxurious head of hair will easily convince everyone that you're a king among men. You now have a new attitude. From now on, you are a true warrior, one who will not suffer the idiots who stand in his way. You're independent and self-confident. Apparently, I'm also a ninja. What the fuck is... Have I got a sword? Have I got a curved sword with, like, spikes off it? It looks really cool, but I don't think the police chief is meant to have that. Point of view. One last detail is missing. Fashionable sunglasses. They'll give a final touch to your new image. The image of the peerless tiger. Good morning. How can I help you? Thank you, I'll get what I need myself, or thank you, I'm used to making decisions without any assistance, or thank you, I know exactly what I want. Normally when I go shopping, I know exactly what I want, so I'm going to say that. Like, I want to be in and out of the shops, I don't want to, like, sit there, like, you know, perusing. Oh, I get to pick. You know, almost like, it's like a purplish pink colour. Gold or green. I mean, the green, not for me. Gold or pink. Pinky purple. I think this is the more, like, you know, striking look. Yeah. These glasses bring out your hidden sexuality. Excuse me, that's not for you to decide. Also, these glasses bring out your hidden sexuality. Give me the pink glasses. Now you have new fashionable sunglasses. May they transform not only your appearance, but how you feel.
No, that would be too much.
Jack, put on the pink glasses. Have we been knocked, like, 30 years younger?
Wow, Jack, what's with the outfit? You planning on...
The pit in the backyard, Martin. Always remember about the pit in the backyard.
Don't talk to anyone before the press conference starts. I'll try to get you on stage quickly. Kevin Paulson is here. He wanted to...
Jack! I hardly recognize you. That's quite an image for a man like you. An old dog with a new trick, right? We should see each other more often. How long has it been?
Last time I saw you, I fired you, Kevin.
Ha! You mean the day I resigned in protest over the corruption and lawlessness at your police department, right?
Yeah, repeat that shit often enough, someday you might start believing it.
You know, Jack, I'm glad that everything turned out so well. Unlike you, I've made good use of the past 7 years. My new construction company keeps getting jobs from the city, and we're doing really well. I have a new house, new hobbies, even a new wife. Maybe you've met her, Shelley Rogers.
Oh, Shelley Rogers. So you really are in bed with the mayor.
It's a dream come true. All my dreams have come true. Only one thing remains. To bring order to the Freeburg Police Department.
You being serious, Kevin?
I'm serious as ever, Jack. I'm the most serious man you know.
It's not often you see the past and the future Freeburg police chiefs at the same press conference. I hope you have time to talk, Kevin. There's something we need to discuss. Jack, the reporters are waiting for you.
My retirement plan somehow just got turned into a circus. Fortunately, I'm pretty good at swallowing swords and jumping through burning hoops. They all seem to like it.
Good morning. Mr. Boyd, is that a new hairstyle? Yes. Be honest. I feel like a different person, so I figured I'd look like one too. Do you know the person who attacked you? No, hard to say, I just need time. I'm going to say I just need time. We're going to find this guy. I don't remember much about that night, but my doctors say my memory might return. City Hall has yet to give a definitive answer as to whether you'll be returning to your post. Do you believe Rogers will decide in your favour? Yes, of course, or does it matter what he says? I'm just going to say of course. Of course the mayor believes in me. Why wouldn't he? I'm Freeburg's chief of police, whether he likes it or not. Okay, that's not quite the tone I would have taken. Do you think what happened to you will somehow affect you? Well, we'll see, because that's all I can say. Well, I guess. Let's wait a bit and find out. Thank you. You're welcome. Day 59. Jack Boyd recovers from head injury. Jack Boyd unable to name attackers, and police chief awakens from coma. We'll do one more day. Oh, that's a fiery new car. Banner didn't come into work today. Okay. O'Sullivan didn't come into work today. Okay. I'm too tired I can hardly walk through it. Can I go home? Yes. I'm too tired I can hardly walk through it. Detectives, please. Okay. This is starting to take... Are you on drugs? What on earth has happened? No, you can't. Oh, he's been drinking. Smith, you can't. I need someone to come in. No, you can't either. So, I guess they've just been having a free ride while I've been in a coma. I've let like half the staff go off. Okay, I can award a stripe. Who here deserves a stripe? Honestly? There you go, Fang. I know you're exhausted, but... There's a stripe for you. Oh, we've got cassette players now. What? Oh, and new music. Again, I know this is hurting my bottom line, but you have to buy the music. Oh, yes, give me that too, please. To spend, you know, a casual $238 on a cassette. $700 on cassette. You know, that was the price back then. You know, it's new media. We've gone away from vinyl and towards tape. Let's go in order. Back in business, Carrie Burton. Okay, I'm liking it. Right, first things first, I only have 5 officers. Interesting effect. Martin Stett, cop hunt. Jack, while you were in hospital, a hunt was declared on all cops. It's like all the criminals in the city suddenly went savage. They cornering officers, one by one, and beating them to death. Our boys started refusing to ride out when called alone. When the situation is really bad, even 2 will refuse to go. Wow. Okay, we got a raise on the plus side while we're in a coma. And we got some money. And honestly, we have to share this with our staff. It sounds like things are rough right now. City Hall. What do I want? Give me more officers, please. I think I'm going to need them. Right, let's see where the labour market is. I can hire another police officer. Bertram Prado. I think I'm going to hire you for shift A. It's going to be too late for today, but I'll deal with it. Right, Sevchenko. Get out. You came to work drunk. You're exhausted and apparently you're too old, but I'm not firing you for that. You're drunk at work. Go away. Then, MacDonald. Oh, I can't fire MacDonald even though he just didn't come to work. I guess it's because I said that he can stay off because he's too tired. We'll hire Melissa Spain and I think I'll leave it here for now. Oh no, Banner. Didn't come to work. Banner, get out. We'll hire a new detective. Dong Mai, Suhei Kano, or Lindsay Ziegler. You know what? I like the look in Suhei's eyes. He looks like a man who's ready to solve cases. Possibly a bit young as well, so you know. Might want to do some learning on the job. And welcome to Shift A, that's where you're going to do your learning. Okay. I think that's all I can do now. But today's going to be really rough. Right, city centre, vandalism. A passerby saw 3 teenagers setting fire to a parked car. According to eyewitnesses, you can still catch them. They're just walking down the street, not even in a hurry. Okay. Taylor is going to lead this. Jensen and Smith. Again, 5 officers is difficult. We might have to let some things slide today. But wow, while we've been in a coma, things have really fallen apart. While we were here, things are falling apart, apparently. The cop Smith was killed in a car accident. It looks like the poor bastard was asleep at the wheel. It doesn't... When it rains, it pours. I can't do this either. I have no detectives left. Club patrons found the man lying unconscious in the bathroom due to apparent drug overdose. I'm sorry, I can't. Did the other investigations finish then? Or have I got all the things? Am I just stupid? Is this what's happening here? What am I missing? Because like this hasn't had new slides for a while. I walk the museum every hour. The alarm is off. City Hall won't allocate money to fix it. I didn't hear the glass breaking. It's a big museum. This is from the guard. When I went down the way, it was already early morning. The window was broken. The canvas was cut from the frame. Just a brick lying on the floor. Oh. So it's not put in a bag. So this isn't a frame. This frame is wrong. That's for certain. The parking lot was empty all night. In the morning, a cyclist went past with a tube on his shoulder. So I think this is right. The tube. Then left the bike for a couple of minutes and went out of sight. He then came back and got on his bike and left. So maybe this is the first frame actually, rather than like the last one. I suffer from insomnia and often go cycling around the city late at night. I took a tube and some other equipment. So this is Guy, so I wouldn't have to go back home before my morning classes at the art school. I stopped at the museum to pee. I admit it. I like to mark the corner of the building. I imagine one day my work will be hanging inside. And Mr. Stevens, in his lectures on the works of Dutch masters, Bram van den Hoff always sharply criticised the works of De Vroom. Does it tell me anything about the night, though? No. And the window. Broken out. Maybe it's Guy cycles in. Guy breaks glass. Walks in. Cuts frame. Guard sees. Apparently not. I don't think this is right yet. Well, these must be cold cases now, right? I don't know. Let me just leave them then for now. I can't believe someone died on the first day. Okay, you at least caught the offender. By the way, why didn't you... Were you not all in the same car or something? Or you, like, pedalled the rest of the way or ran the rest of the way? Because, like, surely you were in the same accident as Smith.
911 in progress.
I'm going to try and wait for a second. Right, theft at the Everyday Mall. A security guard noticed a suspicious group of teenagers hiding things under their jackets as they walked past the checkout. When he asked them to stop, the teenagers scattered in all directions, then ran out the store in the parking lot. The guard called the police and says he couldn't have gotten far. Oh, sorry, they couldn't have gotten far. Taylor, again, you're going to lead this case. Mitchell and Fang. I'm going to send my best officers. Almost certainly can't do this. The ghetto. An unidentified woman says that a strange surgeon is operating without a license in the basement of her house. He hardly looks like a real doctor. He's old, maybe senile, and always seems drunk. Listen, unless my officers come back in time, I'm not taking that one. I can't send Jensen out on his own, especially with the police brutality right now. It's not worth it.
911.
Right, the theft. Offender caught, officers unharmed. Well done, everyone. They're not going to be back in time. It happens.
611 in progress.
I don't think we're going to have to do this one either. A student couldn't get into his dorm. It was locked from the inside, and he heard muffled cries coming from within. It sounded like someone was raping my girlfriend. Well... This is bad. Come on, you can do it. Get back in time. 2, 1. Holy moly. It was another 1 seconder. Right. Taylor, Fang, Mitchell, Jensen, everyone go. I can't believe we got that in time. That's actually insane. Hopefully this just sits here, this, King Louis nightclub thing. Someone overdosed in the bathroom. I mean, that's more than an overdose. He's fallen into the toilet and he's bled into the toilet and onto the floor. Actually kind of makes you wonder how this happened, because it suggests like his head was lying here for a while and then someone's moved it onto the floor afterwards. Maybe that was the case. But again, I don't have any detectives.
Mortality in progress.
We can't do this, but there's a homicide at St. John's Hospital. We'll try, but unless they're back in 16 seconds, this is going to go amiss as well. Honestly, maybe I should have just... The girlfriend was just having a special moment with her new boyfriend. I hate you. Maybe it was wrong to let everyone take the day off, but I didn't want to risk them dying. Oh, that's going to go as well.
Forecasting complete.
Yep, offender escaped. Man.
412 in progress.
Oh my god, assault with an offensive weapon. A trucker just called in and he says a van stopped by the side of the road and 3 large men got out with shovels. Then someone fell to the ground out the back of the van. I think they had his hands tied up. They hit him in the head with one of the shovels and led him to the woods. I'm going to send everyone I've got, but I'm a bit worried this isn't enough. I will send the SWAT team as well. Remember this upgraded from a few episodes ago? Right, it's coming into the the night shift as well now. Are you, like... I'm sorry. 2 people asleep at the wheel crashed into police cars and killed the driver. Is that what you're telling me? I'm actually, it's blown me away. Thank you's just got a stripe as well. I'm telling you, the rain is pouring right now. Well, that frees up 2 more slots, I guess. Okay, the van is empty, but the engine is still warm. By the way, there's only 3 police officers here now. The area is silent and dark. Wait in ambush near the van. Turn on the flashlight and run into the woods. No. Or enter the forest trying not to make any noise. I'm going to ambush the van.
412 complete.
We caught the offender. Unfortunately, in the shootout, Jensen died. We only have 2 officers left. Can we just end the day, please? They're not going to get in time for this. An armed robbery at the jewellery store. I can't just send SWAT on its own, and SWAT's not even here. Well, we've made a bit of a blunder, it turns out. It turns out letting half your shift just, stay off because they're too tired. It's not a great thing. Wow, the mayor's going to be angry. Right, no new frames in this found. Please, no, nothing more. Or maybe like, a girl has lost red balloon. I'll take that right now. Although knowing this, the officer would crash on the way there. Yeah, we lost that. We're going to declare everyone dead. I need officers. What a terrible shift.
Impressive recovery, Mr. Boyd. I'm still not happy about how soon you're back to work. Well, not happy as your doctor. As a resident of Freiburg, I'm immensely grateful for it.
Really?
Just don't tell anyone, or they'll pull my license.
Well, thank you again for coming to see me at night.
Oh, well, whatever you need, Mr. Boyd. Any doctor in this town would come running any hour, day or night, you can believe me. You're not suffering from headaches. It says here that you are taking painkillers after a back injury. But the prescribed dose is enough to...
Dr. Kraczynski, you trust me?
And, sorry?
Do you trust me?
In what way, Mr. Boyd?
You think I'm an honest and reasonable man, Doctor?
You're joking, Mr. Boyd. Thanks to you, my wife finally agreed to buy a house here, and we've decided to have children. Thanks to you, I'm not afraid to visit my patients at night. I think you are the most honest and reasonable person in the city, Mr. Boyd.
I like this guy.
You see, Dr. Kraczynski, I'm an addict.
Mr. Boyd, is...
Well, not a drug addict in the way you might imagine. I'm not some weak-willed junkie. Sometimes I stay clean so long that the tablets stay locked in the barn so long they go past the expiration date. But there are less pleasant stories.
You know what? Let's...
I once took a whole bottle right there in the barn. Passed out in my own vomit. I almost choked. I fought the convulsions, somehow managed to break 4 ribs. For 2 weeks, my chest was so sore I wanted to die. But for those 2 weeks, I kept swallowing pills. Couldn't stop.
If you want, I could...
I once took a dose right before a party at home. My wife Laura had some old friends over from college. I didn't take that many, maybe 5 or 6 pills, but it felt like I'd taken a few hundred. I passed out while I was carrying a tray of drinks. On the way down, I knocked over a set of Laura's scented candles. The house almost burned down. The repairs took a good chunk from our savings.
Mr. Boyd, if you'll allow me, I just...
As you can see, Doctor, I'm well aware of the seriousness of the situation and the possible consequences. But sometimes I need the pills. I don't use the word lightly. Sometimes I've got to work on cases with more energy than I've got. I can't do it without them. And I know you want me doing my job. So tomorrow, I want you to come here and bring me some tablets. Lots of tablets. 10 bottles. No, better 15. Yeah, 15 bottles. The next 3 months are going to be extremely difficult, Doc.
I would like to discuss your...
You'll bring the pills, Doctor?
Yes, Mr. Boyd. Yes.
Very good. Look, I don't want to trouble you any further. I bet your family doesn't like you running away with me at night. I'd bet they'd rather I was still in that coma.
That was pretty dark, honestly. Like, I almost felt like I was like the mafia boss there, you know? Like, just bullying someone to, you know, not worry about things, just bringing medication. You know, playing with their emotions. Interesting where the story's going right now. That's going to do it for this episode. I can't believe how many people have died this episode. But, you know, we can recover from this. I think that was, like, intentionally meant to be a difficult time. Everyone was exhausted. I shouldn't have let so many people stay off, but we'll take the consequences in the next part. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.